Good morning. Today is Thursday, which means another 9 a.m. class. Yay. Which is then followed by Animal Science Lab, and then Plant Science Lab. Yay! Today we are actually meeting in the horse barn and not the teaching facility. And I bet you can't guess what today's lab is on. Think about it real hard, and you might actually understand. But we'll get to that later. I think I got everything, and I still got a half hour to handle with. I swear by the end of the semester I'm gonna be dead because of these 9 a.m. classes. Especially since film studies isn't exactly the funnest class. Doesn't help that I don't really know anybody in there, and I'm surprisingly, despite how nice and friendly I am, I'm terrible at making friends. Very terrible. I don't know what it is, but once I make them, then I'm great. Oh well. Oh. And last night, after the vlog ended, because I figured, oh well, everybody's gonna be in their rooms studying, which we were. And suddenly, hear Hannah yell and run out the door. She's on the floor in the living room. Robert's on the floor in his room. His door is open. Apparently, she crept into the space between his doorway and the TV stand. Made little noises on his door. He came and he opened it up, didn't see anybody, and she leapt out and just basically yelled boo at him. And he fell. Like he jumped and then fell over and hit the floor. And it was just the funniest thing, because walk out there and they're both on the floor. She is cracking up beyond belief. And I don't remember his expression, but it was just so funny. I really wish she had called me, because then it would have been a wonderful clip at the end of the video, because I hadn't started uploading yet, or I hadn't started creating the video yet. Oh man, that was a funny sight to see. Oh man. That was terrible. I was nodding off so much. It's not like we were really talking about anything. It was discussing the homework that we had to read, and that was it. That was all class. It was only 2 pages of reading. How the hell can you spend 50 minutes talking about 2 pages? But apparently, the topic I'm doing for my paper, aka Walt Disney, is going to be talked about at the end of this quarter. I just have to stay awake long enough to reach there. But I've got an hour. I'm going to try and catch 20 Z's. Should be good, because we're about to go into do the horse lab, and I need to be awake and alert for that, because horses kick, and it's not fun.
Okay, so this is Eclipse. No, this is Amber. This is Amber. Yes, this is Amber Lake. And let me see if she will walk first. Wait, let me try first. I kind of want to play with this myself. Come on.
Sometimes, yeah.
Try and make a V with the whip to her butt. So that'll keep her going. Make it exactly.
Hip, hip, hip. I know you're not a cattle, but come on, Ember.
He doesn't get what he wants.
Hip, hip, hip. Alright, Becky, do you want to help? I'm not a horse person, so I'm getting one of my students to help to show you guys 5 games. Now we're talking.
She's running behind.
Want her to canter? Or let her trot
Yeah.
a little bit?
Right now she's at a good trot. We can get her to canter and then we probably more exercise than the horse has gotten in the past like year. And you'll notice she's kind of winding her down a little bit, so she's back down to a trot. So it's the same thing like if you're running a marathon, you don't just stop at the stop line because you want to make sure that you can, ease up on your muscles. And then go to a walk, and then you can be done.
Thank you, Becky.
Okay, so my class, like I said, we're gonna go back to the barn right now. So if you guys could just follow me, everything like approach them from behind, don't approach them from straight in front of them. And when you're leading them, you kind of want to hold on to the lead rope kind of close because you don't want the horse walking too far behind you. You don't want the horse walking too far in front of you either, okay? Because you could very quickly lose control of them, okay? So I'm gonna tie her up to a fence right here. And if you guys want, when you walk behind her, make sure you kind of give her a wide berth to make sure that you're not within kicking radius. That's a bad place to be.
Actually, the closest is the safest.
Closest is safest unless she's tied. Okay, so I have my quick release knot, and one thing you want to do when you're walking around a horse, like I said, if you stay close to the horse, it's hard for them to wind up, okay? If you're close to them, it's harder for them to kick you. If you're going to touch them while you walk around, they kind of know where you're going, they know what you're doing. If you're not touching them, you want to walk around them bit, get some of that dirt out. You can see there's plenty of dust. Okay, and you can use the brushes and or comb the mane and the tail. Again, I'm not going to go through everything because we won't have enough time. If you're going to clean for feet, I would say clean the front feet, not the back feet. They're usually a little bit safer. Okay, good girl. Okay, so she's already been cleaned plenty enough. So there's not really a whole lot to show down here, but there are some like attached like flaps of like basically skin here. And sometimes they'll humor you and they'll let you clean some of it out. And, you know. Huh? Yeah, exactly. And then they'll try to put their foot down, and you just want to make sure you don't have your foot underneath where her foot was. So you don't want to step too wide and have your foot underneath the body. Okay. So that's basically all you're going to be doing. Is you're going to be grooming them a little bit, cleaning out their feet, and remember you want to kind of go away from the frog. So go out towards the hard part. Does anybody have any questions about this part? Okay. So if you guys could go ahead and form into your groups, remember I want one horse person in each of the 4 groups, and then those other 4 people join groups. So you guys can just go ahead, and if somebody wants to work with this horse in particular, since she's already tied up, I'm willing to do that, but I would like you to practice tying the knot, and I'd like you to practice grooming and walking around them. Remember, when you run your hand down their legs, a lot of the time, see what she did? She knows I want to pick up her leg, so she'll actually like shift her weight and let the leg kind of come off the ground because she's giving it to you, you know? Kind of like a day at the spa, except it's been like 4 days at the spa because we keep having emphasized one people raining through here, and they still have all day tomorrow too. So, like I said, if you guys can kind of get into those groups, figure out if you're a horse person, raise your hand.
You want us to go grab a halter?
Yeah, if you guys want to walk outside the gate too, that's fine. We can leave this grooming kit in here, but I just want to see the groups, and I want you to get into your groups. So move towards somebody who's got their hand raised.